This week, Parshas Emor that we read this week, actually talks about not only all the Jewish holidays, the Yom Tovim, but specifically the time of year that we find ourselves in, that is the counting of the Omer. Torah says, "As fartim mochem mimachar Shabbos," you shall count from the day following Pesach. You shall count 7 weeks, which is 49 days. And what is the purpose of this count? So the Omer literally was the sacrifice of barley, which was brought on the second day of Pesach, the 16th of Nisan. And independent of the Omer sacrifice, which was brought, there was a count which was taking place. So even though in our times, well, we don't actually have the Omer sacrifice, but we still count the Omer. There's a fascinating commentary to this mitzvah, which was written by one of the earlier commentaries on the Torah, the Sefer Chinuch, and he says that the deeper symbolism to the count of the Omer is to remind us of that the Exodus of Egypt was not the climax to the story of the Jewish people reaching their ultimate freedom. We think of the story of Pesach, the Jewish people went to their freedom by leaving Egypt. But in fact, he says, that was only the beginning of their march to freedom. When they left Egypt, they were marching to Mount Sinai. Mount Sinai is when our ancestors reached their true state of freedom, because that's when we embraced our mission of meaning and purpose. How do we embrace our mission of meaning and purpose? By embracing the Torah. So every day that we went from Pesach to Shavuos, that 7-week journey, we went one step closer to a state of meaning and purpose. And that we remind ourselves by counting every single day with the count from the Omer. So every single night when we count the Omer, that is one step closer to reminding ourselves what true meaning and purpose is. True meaning and purpose is not about just having the freedom just to live a life of meaningless pleasures, but rather true meaning and purpose is to embrace a life of Torah and God's will in this world. So that is really what's behind the counting of the Omer. It's reminding us what true meaning and purpose is. So as we are living our lives in today's world, let us remind ourselves what true meaning and purpose is, and how our march to Mount Sinai, even in today's world, brings us closer to that purpose of Torah in our lives. Have a good Erev Shabbos.